Okay, guys, welcome back to the channel. Matt with Green Bar Trading here, and welcome back to another trade breakdown video where I'm going to go over exactly how and why I traded MACK today. So let's just dive right into it. What is this stock and why is it gapping up so much? Because this is what we like to look at. We like to look at the pre-market gap scanner. You can see here, up over 200% this morning. That is outstanding. That's something that gets me interested. Also, the most amount of volume. So we know that there's a lot of other traders that are trading this stock. You want that clear stock that is in play to take your scalps off of. And that's what we did today. So let's take a look at what this platform is right here. This is Thinkorswim. This is from TD Ameritrade. Very simple how I have it set up. So I have my gap scanner here. I also have my momentum scanner here. This is only to be used during the trading session. So I don't have that open right now. I have my 1 minute chart up here. I have my 5 minute chart down here, and my indicators that I use for momentum, for scalping these beautiful stocks that can really give you some nice returns really quickly, is the 9 EMA and VWAP. That's all I'm looking at. I'm looking at the volume weighted average price, and I'm looking at that 9 EMA. So when you have momentum, a lot of times the stock will bounce along that 9 EMA on those, first moves up, consolidate, second move up. You'll see it, bouncing off that 9. So that's why I like to look at that. The 5 minute chart, also very important, especially after you get this extended move and then you trade sideways for a little while, kind of waiting for that 5 minute to set up again for another move. So that's what we're looking at right now. It is only 7:58 in the morning. Now, this is also very important. Time of day when you're trading pre-market, going in at 7 a.m., just know that not everybody is awake yet. All the day traders, around the world, it's just not... it's not a great time for sustained gains. Now, MACK was a very nice performer, and I'm going to get into the catalyst and the float in a minute. But just know the first move here, before 8 a.m., when more traders start to come to their desks, 8:30 a.m., when more people come in, then you're going to get even more volume. So just know that these are some moves off of lighter volume, but it is still a lot, especially for what we've seen lately. So this was a nice thing to see in the pre-market. So catalyst. Why is this stock in play? Very simple. This is one of the best types of catalysts. When you have a biotech stock that has a positive phase 3 study for cancer, that is outstanding catalyst. Anytime you see phase 3 and a positive phase 3 study, now look, they're eligible for up to 450 million. There's just so much good that this company is now going to be getting for all the years of research they've done. But the phase 3 is very important. Phase 1, phase 2, those are not as good. Phase 1 is basically nothing. Phase 2 is a little bit better, but phase 3, that's why this stock is up over 200%. It's as simple as that. That's a very good catalyst. You don't see that often, a positive phase 3 for pancreatic cancer. It's really good. So that's what I really liked in the morning. And then what do? We go over check float checker, type in the ticker symbol here, which we did, MACK. This is what we're getting as far as the float. So Yahoo has about 7 million, and the rest are all around 10 to 13. So not bad. That's pretty low float for a biotech stock with a great catalyst. You can see a good move. Now, the thing is, it was already up about 140% when I got in. That's a very big move to happen and to be able to sustain that move. So then we like to look over at the daily chart. This is really important. This is the stock that I was trading today, okay? Closed at what, $4 yesterday? This stock has come from a high of 65, sold off, and then just kind of floundered around here at the bottom for years while it was trying to develop these cancer drugs. You got some pops here and there, like we saw here in 2020. 2021 kind of sold off, and then just kind of chopping around. This chart does not look like this is a previous, outside of right here, a previous runner. So you have to trade this a little different. It's kind of grinding a little bit, especially for the float. It is acting more of that grinding higher type of move. Now, percentage-wise, that's excellent. But like I said, when I came in at 7 a.m., it was already up 140+%. So how much more room do we have? Well, it did act really well, and we took advantage of that. So I'm going to get into like exactly where I got in and where I got out. And I traded this, the way that I did it was I started to size out of the trade, so scaling out. This is one of the things that if you're somebody that is taking profit too early. Now, a lot of times us scalpers, we want to go in with bigger size and just take a few pennies and just, cut the trade right there, just scalping along the way. This one, I wanted to take off, to lock in gains. I wanted to take off some of that profit, and then I wanted to let the rest go up to where my target was. Now, looking here, we're going to zoom in here. This is the 1 minute chart. This candle here before 7 a.m. This looks to me like a lot of supply is at this 11.99.12 area because we got a nice bump up to it to supply, and then it's sold on off. And then at 7 a.m., that's when a lot of other platforms are opening up. A lot of other people like me that want to trade in the pre-market see a beautiful stock like this, a nice catalyst. We want to get involved. And that's exactly what I did. I got in right away because this was a great catalyst. Now, could I have done a better job and just waited a little bit for the move to happen? Maybe waited for 12 to break? I could have done that. But going in with 500 shares, this to me had a lot of support at $11 a share. So I really liked the early entry, got the early entry, took off my first portion. Let me just show trades here. Locked in profit right here, sold 300 shares at 11.62, and then hit my target about 2 or 3 minutes later, which was right here, this supply. Just in case we saw a rejection as shorts piled in to this previous pivot point here, I wanted to make sure I took my the rest off. And that's totally fine. Still made $236 in about 10 minutes or so. This was a little bit longer of a scalp because, like I said, I got in early. But, look, you can see here, held the 9 the whole way here. Really nice moves, and the volume was really good as it was coming on in here to like the 730 area. So taking some off, letting the rest ride is a good way to trade if you're somebody that's taking profits too quick. Leave a runner on, you leave a runner, and then you take that position off at your price target, which is fine. Now, did it go a lot more? Yes. It went all the way up to 1441. The thing is, when you're trading these stocks, you don't know that's going to happen. So this is clear to me as a supply zone, overhead supply, and the way that that pulled back there in the pre-market, even though it was on lighter volume, it still was a spot that I was looking at to get out. So that's just the way I trade. I trade these very safe, but they can provide a whole bunch of profit in such a short amount of time, as you can see here. I mean, if I would have just held this, went all the way to 14s. All right. But then if I sold here and then it went all the way to 18s, I'm saying the same thing. Oh, well, why didn't you just hold it? You don't know. You don't know at 12 that this is going to go to 14, so don't feel bad about it. You can see here on the 5-minute chart, it's kind of, definitely just waiting. It's waiting for, some more traders to possibly get involved, or that's the run. People see 232%. How much more is left on that? Did I miss the move? Well, a lot of people are going to think that. So they might wait for this to pull on back all the way to VWAP and then get interested. So that's just the way it goes. Sometimes it's good to be up early, and that's what I was. So you see here on the bid, you got 10,000 shares there at 1335. So yeah, I'm always watching level 2 as well to see if some big orders start to come in, because that was pretty decent size, 10,000 shares. All right, guys, so hit the thumbs up for the video. I'll see you back on the next one. Take care.